Peace and light, family. Peace and light. As you are coming in, if you can hear me and see me well, put a number 9 in the chat. I know that it's dark where I am, so it's probably you guys let me know how I'm showing up on your end because it's really dark here now. Peace and light, family. As you come in, please put a number 9 in the chat if you can hear me and see me well. It is dark, really dark here where I am. Things don't look so good on my side, but if it's clear on your side, let me know. Okay, so we have someone in. Sorry, it's a bug crawling on my screen. So we have someone in. Kay's, aka Kayla. Greetings, peace, love, and light. Okay, so you can hear me and see me. That's good. Thank you for putting the number 9 in the chat. You're just waiting for a few more people to come in, and you know we're scattered everywhere as we've always been, but now a lot of us are traveling to other lands, and so I'm in one part of the world and others are in another. So it's probably, I know it's really early in the morning on the continent in many places in Al Cabulon, but we're going to roll with it since I am now in Central America. So I want to talk about rather with you guys what's going on with the African sisters and brothers in Ukraine. So we're going to have a discussion about this, okay? We need to talk about this. So I'm not going to wait too much longer because you know how I do. I like to just get things going and people can look at this on replay. So let me get the article up really quickly. So this article is from dw.com, dw.com. Now, this is for educational purposes. So hold on one second. Okay, so I want to read the copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. So I wanted to read that really quickly. And I want to get back to okay. So DW.com. So it's reported that thousands of African students are stuck in Ukraine. So I guess Ukraine has, Russia has invaded Ukraine. It has surrounded its capital, Kyiv. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing it correctly. It says thousands of African students studying in Ukraine are desperate to leave as Russia invades the country, but with flights grounded and other options limited, there isn't much that their governments can currently do. It says everyone is. This is a quote from a young lady and her sister who are Nigerian citizens, and it says that everyone is under pressure. There have been explosions in different cities, including my city, Kyiv. This is from 23-year-old, and that's end quote. 23-year-old Nigerian student Sarah Ajifa Adachaba, who is studying medicine in the Ukrainian capital, along with her older sister. And that is what she told DW.com. She says, me and my sister are in a panic because we don't know what to expect. We are not safe, and we are not sure about leaving here because the airport is shut down. Ajachaba said after Russia launched an invasion of Ukraine earlier Thursday morning. So that's what we have there. She says she's asking for the government of Nigeria to help them. She says that she feels abandoned and she feels very much so unsafe. And so she's asking for the government of Nigeria to please send help. Okay, so it's time to call a thing a thing. Y'all know that's what it is with me. I truly hope for all of our people who are there. I hope for their protection. But we have to take responsibility and we have to take accountability here, for ourselves, and for our actions and for our inaction. Now, when my son and I were in the States, they were talking about that. We were in the States for over a month. And it was all of the pre-chatter, about the invasion. And there has been enough time, when you hear somebody talking about, war and invading a country, that's when it's time for you to pack your stuff and leave and go. That's when it's time for you to sequester the help of family and friends to help you get your ticket so you can get the hell out. You don't wait until the war actually starts and then try to exit the country, knowing doggone well that they're going to close the airports. Who's going to be flying during a war? I mean, this is just really, we have to take accountability for our actions and inaction. Who's really going to be flying during a war? They've already invaded. And it's saying that the president of Nigeria has already told them to help themselves. But it says that the prime minister, who is here? On Thursday afternoon, Nigerian Foreign Affairs Minister Jeffrey Oyema said in a video released on Twitter that once airports reopened, his government would assist with the evacuation of people who wanted to leave. So that's, who knows when the airports are going to reopen. Like, there are explosions going off left and right. They're surrounding the Capitol. When do you really think that they're going to reopen the airports? This is us being foolish brides. It's the same situation. We need to be taking heed. There's no more about rumors of war and this and that. We've been at war. It's like we just don't get it. Especially, us over on the America side. See, we haven't seen this yet in our land. And hopefully it doesn't have to happen. But we're already under attack in another way that's just as detrimental as if explosions were going off. There are other types of explosions going off. But it's like our people on this side, this is what they're waiting to see because they don't think we're at war. And so then they're going to wait until the last minute, although there's been rumors, there's been plenty of signs. And they still won't take heed. Still don't know how you're going to feed yourself when there's no more food on the shelves and no water, no anything. When they stop the importation of your food, you still don't know how you're going to feed yourself. Most you don't know because you haven't prepared. And it's the same as these sisters and brothers here. It's been over a month. They've been talking about it. Why would you wait until the last minute and then cry out for help? This makes absolutely no sense. I'm sorry. It makes no sense. Sorry, not sorry. You know that you're in somebody else's country. These two have had a tumultuous relationship from the very beginning. Even before, they were in the union together. They've had this tumultuous relationship. And because you don't know the history of the countries in which you're deciding to go and study in, and now you're stuck in the middle. You're stuck there in the thick of their mess with nowhere to go. No friends. You see, they're blocking your ass. They're blocking you. I saw the videos. So why would you wait until the moment that they invade to then try to exit the country, knowing that there would be nowhere for you to go? The flights are grounded. Why didn't you prepare yourself? Why are you being a foolish bride? And now you're wanting the oil of the wise brides. Those that did prepare themselves. You are a minority in their country. You have to remember this. It's not your homeland, so you are a minority there. You should have already had a plan of exit plan. Just in case something happens, always know that something can always happen. Always know that war can always happen. That in some type of national emergency can come about and you could be affected by it. You should always have an exit plan. I still don't understand why. You would wait until they actually invaded the country and now you're begging for help. You had over a month to exit. What do you expect for people to do now? What do you even expect for your own government to do now? They can't go there and force them people to open up their airport. They can't. For you, they can't and they won't. They can't and they won't. And so you have not made any type of pact with anybody within the country. You haven't even done that. You're in the country and you're studying there. You know that you are the minority there. So why didn't you at least make some sort of pact agreement with someone that you can trust there so that they can help you in this time? You didn't even do that. So you're there all willy-nilly and you're doing your studies and you're going about your day, and now you're starting to hear the chatter about there could potentially be an invasion. When you saw that Russia was already on the border preparing, had its tanks and everything, you still stayed there? You still didn't get your ass out of there? And now that they actually invaded, now you're calling out for help? What is going on? That's what I want to know. You're there for studies, which means you should be intellectually inclined to know when you are potentially in danger. And it's the same thing with us. Let this be a lesson to you because it's coming. It's coming to the Americas. You're not going to be able to get food soon. Remember, I told you that. You're not. I've been saying this for over 2 years since when we just before we flew to live on the continent. Go back to Mahogany Speaks Truth. It's here. Either you're going to prepare yourself now or you're going to be ass out in the streets. If you're not in a land that produces food that you can readily pick from the tree, that has clean waterways that you can literally go and drink out of, if you don't have your own garden inside of your home, apartment, wherever it is, if you cannot feed yourself and if you cannot provide water, if you're in an area that gets cold and you don't know how to warm yourself, you are going to be in trouble. It's coming. The alarms have been sounding for so long. Don't be like these sisters and brothers here. This is idiotic behavior. The moment that I got just a little snippet of hearing that somebody about to invade somewhere where I am, my little melanated ass is gone. Period. It makes no sense to me. And you go to these countries and you think that they're your friends. Dr. John Henry Clark told you, the ancestor told you that we have none. Did you think it was playing? We don't have any friends. We all we got. But y'all don't hear me though. Too busy bickering amongst one another. Too busy mistreating one another. Too busy trying to scheme and scam one another. Being petty. Killing one another over trivial ass things. Doing the dirty work of our enemies to one another. It makes no sense. You have no friends. And now you know. You should never go to a country, any land, especially because the beast is everywhere, okay? It's everywhere. Never go to a land while we're under this system without an exit plan. And in any place, you don't go to any land without an exit plan. You do not go to any land without an exit plan. You should never go without making sure that you have a ticket to get your ass out of there. You never go there without a plan to leave by land, if it's possible for you to leave by land. You make sure that you have enough money to get your ass out of there if you need to. You don't sabotage yourself. That's self-sabotage. You go over into various lands and you have no plan, no exit plan. You have no way to get yourself out. You have no way to protect yourself. That don't make any sense, brothers and sisters. It makes no sense. Don't be one of those ones, as soon as you see that you can't get your food from the grocery store, now you're out in the street just looking pitiful. When you were pre-warned for years that this time was coming and you did nothing because you have mastered distraction. So I really do hope that that minister does keep his word. But who's to say when they're going to open the airport? What are you going to do? Now, let me tell you something. For the brothers and sisters who are there is a way out. You see, we always have a way out. But you have to come back to your organic self to access that power. But because you are consumed with religion, you may not have access to that power. There's always a way out. That's the source that we serve. There's always a way out. But can you access that power? Do you even know about that power? Because religion is meant to disarm you of that organic divine power that was given to you. There's always a way out. So if you can't tap into that divine source power to get yourselves out, I hope that this minister really does keep his word. But in the interim, you all are all that you have. So it says that the African students make up about 20% of the international, of the foreign students there. That's enough. There are other foreign students there. See if you all can come together, work together to protect yourselves, to provide for yourselves, to find refuge, to find a way out. Where 2 or 3 gather, I will be there also. So y'all better come together, because you are all that you have. Now you're there. You're stuck there until they open up their airport. There's always a way. There's always another way out. So you guys need to come together and put your heads together, put your minds together, and come up with a plan for yourselves. Because you put yourselves in that predicament. You did not prepare. You stayed there even when you heard that there was potentially going to be an invasion. You chose to stay. So now you have made your bed and you have got to lie in it. And I will put, energy towards your safety, your protection, your exit from that place to safety. I will do that in my meditation. But we have got to learn. We have mastered distraction. So you've got social media, all different types of things. Most of you all probably spend most of your time on social media. That's a tool of distraction. Looking at all the pretty pictures on Instagram and all the drama on Facebook and making TikTok videos every single day. And you're in war. Still have no land. Have no plan to even purchase land. Have no ability to even farm or garden. How to find water in desolate places. How to make a fire. How to use the natural resources around you so that you can provide for yourself. You have no idea. You're so far away from your nature. And you have not taken the time to reconnect with your organic self. And you've just been consumed by distraction, and you love it. You've mastered it. Even me and myself, I have to check myself. If I see myself, looking at foolishness or pictures and somebody sending me this and that, and I know I have an agenda, I have to stay on task. I have learned to catch myself like, no, and I would delete the actual app. There was a time I went a whole 6.5, 7 months without even looking at IG. I'm not even on Facebook. Because I have to focus. You have to master concentration. Concentration and consistency, those are the characteristics of a God. You can't just say that you are a God. Yes, scripture says that you are. But if you're not doing the work of a God, you're not. You have the potential, but you're not. This is utter foolishness. And as soon as I heard of this, I had a clear vision of sisters and brothers on this side of the pond in the Americas going through the same thing. That's what I saw. I saw them out in the street. I saw them desolate. I saw them with their hands out, looking a pitiful mess when they were warned. Let me see what y'all are saying. Hey, DC. Hello, Mahogany. Do you think the African students should fight alongside the Ukrainians? No. Why are you in their mess? No, we should not. That's their mess and their business, and we should have nothing to do with that. We got our own shit that we need to be working out. We don't need to be sticking our noses in other people's business. Now, if they can formulate a united front so that they can get themselves out without interfering in, Ukraine's and Russia's personal issues, then that's a whole other thing. But that's why I said that the 20% of them that's there, they have to join together. And then I heard that there are other students like from Egypt and Morocco. Join together so you guys can put your heads together so that you can protect yourselves and provide for yourselves and get out. There's enough mind power for them to do that. Today, yes, peace and light. It is sad. It's sad that they didn't hearken. That they did not hearken. He or she that has an ear, let them hear. You were warned. DC, I agree with you 100%, especially those African and Caribbean families with wives and children. I saw the videos of the Ukrainians telling the Africans to go back. Um, yeah, and today, unfortunately, they will not make accommodations with them. Accommodations with them. With who? Who won't make accommodations with who, today? Make that clear to me, what you're saying. DC, our people live for the day, rarely think about tomorrow. It's so true. The Russians are not playing. No, they're not, as you can clearly see. Um, so much racism in Ukraine. Not sure why Africans blindly send their kids because they see white skin. Well, we know that we have a mental illness. We have been dealing with a mental illness for so long. For so long. We've been oppressed for so long. We have so many issues that need to be worked out within us. The whole mind, it has to be rewired. Today, yes, that is why many of us are leaving the US. We know what's coming. Always have an exit plan. Asada Africa bound. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You have to have an exit plan. We are at war. We are in a global shift. We are at war. We are in a global shift. It's not a game. And what's happening in Ukraine and Russia, between Ukraine and Russia, is going to trickle right on down. Mark my words. Going to trickle right on down into your little neighborhood, America. You better prepare. When they put them sanctions and all this stuff out, you better prepare. All of the signs have been here. All of the signs have been here. You either hearken or you don't. You either prepare or face the repercussions. Simple as that. You either form your little micro communities now and get yourselves together in the little short time that you have now, or you're going to be ass out. As simple as that. You're going to do your inner work now so you can raise your vibrations and be the God that you truly are, or you're just going to be a pawn, continue to be a pawn in this game like you've been. And I would think that by now you're tired of being a pawn. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. And I always have to say that it's not because the knowledge is not there. It's because you don't seek it. The knowledge has always been in this earth, but you refuse to seek it. How foolish is that? And then you out here crying and complaining when you've had all that you've needed. But you refuse to seek it because you are complacent and you are comfortable. So you have no one to blame but you. I don't want to hear it. We have to take accountability. Most of us aren't even doing our self-work. You're not even meditating every day. You're not even trying to recall, to bethink yourself, to remember who you truly are. You're not even putting in that work. When you do have the time, you're out here doing silly ass, frivolous ass things. You're being consumed by distraction. Oh, because you're okay and safe today, then, you're just skipping to Malou. Skip to Malou. Skip, because nothing has touched you yet. See, I have a sister who, if you tell her, first I'll start with me. If you say, Mahogany, there's a lion over there in that field, don't go over there. I'm taking heed to your warning. I'm thanking you, and I'm avoiding that path if I can. I have a sister who, if you tell her, hey, there's a lion over there in that field, she's like, oh, where? I want to see. Is it really there? I want to see. You don't take heed to the signs. Therefore, you must face the repercussions. And you can't expect people to feel sorry for you because it is your fault. I'm included. Again, when I'm talking to you all, I'm first talking to myself. That's why I take heed. You better too. Shit is turning up, and it's not a game. Do any of you even have a plan with your family and your friends about when it does happen? And martial law, it's already here, by the way. It's already in the US, just in case you don't know. But when they actually like put it in your face, do you have a plan of action? When you no longer have access to Wi-Fi and the internet, do you have a place where you're going to meet? Do you have a course of action? Probably not. Probably not. Can't blame them. You cannot blame those people for, it's effed up that they're blocking them. But what my question is, what did you expect? What did you expect? That they were going to join hands with you and sing, "We shall overcome"? Did you really think that they were going to do that? You've got to be a fool if you thought that was going to happen. So I really hope that you all can, I hope that they can put their heads and their mind power together so that they can survive this. I truly, truly do. And I will think of them in my meditation. However, this could have been avoided. Always be prepared. Always. I don't care if you're in the most peaceful land. Always be prepared. Because in the snap of a finger, things can change. That peace can be overturned. And I always know that. I always know that. Critical thinking is lacking. And even before critical thinking, where is the common sense? Where is it? Where is it? Someone said to me, if sense was so common, everyone would have it. So it really is not a common thing. And I thought about it and I said, well, that is so right. That is so right. There should be this innate sense within you, this innate divine sense within you that should guide you and lead you and tell you when danger is nigh and what you need to do. It shouldn't have to touch you in order for you to react or have a plan. And their president, the Nigerian, president, telling them to just, you better figure it out. you guys, that, that's what I wanted to talk about. And I mean, we have to be accountable. We have to be accountable and responsible for our actions, for our inaction. We have to. And I truly hope that they will put their minds together and get out of this thing, because there is a way. I truly do. But we are in a shift, and we have a ways to go before it's completed. And the eyes are on America. Let the Ukraine and Russia, the invasion of Ukraine by Russia, let this be a warning to you, those of you in other lands, including America, especially America. Let it be a warning to you. Final call for preparation. Final call for preparation. That's all I have. That's all I have. You guys, don't be caught up in these streets. Do not be caught up in these streets, in this shift. Do your work. Prepare. And I know that this is not meant for everyone. I'm talking about those of you all that are enlightened, those of you all that have the light shining within you. But you found yourself saying that you're going to do this, or tomorrow you're going to start your garden, or tomorrow I'm going to make a plan, or tomorrow I'm going to do this, and then tomorrow becomes the next day, and then it becomes the next day and the next day. I'm talking to you. Stop being complacent. Stop putting off what should be done today for tomorrow. Stop it. If your light is on, let it be your guide. Unmaster distraction and master concentration and consistency. Be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. These are not just words. This is your help. These are your weapons. I've seen what consistency, what transforming your mind looks like, how much it literally changes you into another being. This is why I've always loved solitude. I've always been a reserved type person. I've had a few people that got a bit close, but never a whole entourage. Never. I was always the one. I could go to the movies or have dinner with myself and have a good ass time. And I learned about me. I wanted to know who I truly was. And I started to do the work. And because I have been seeking, I have found. And because I have been knocking, the doors have just burst open. I can see things a lot differently than a lot of the people around me. I can now feel things intensely because I've done my work and I'm continuing to do my work. Mastering this. This thing is powerful. It's powerful. So I really really hope and pray that the sisters and brothers there, I really hope that they get out of this thing. I truly, truly do. I truly do. But let this be a warning to us all. Yeah. Let this be a warning to us all. Always prepare. Always have a plan of action and exit. Always. No matter where you are. No matter where you are. I'll just look at a couple more. So, yeah. So, peace, love, and light, fam, wherever you are. Be good. Be good to yourself. Be good to those that are around you. Be good. And do not procrastinate. Do not procrastinate. Prepare. We are in a shift and we are at war. Prepare yourselves accordingly. All right. Until next time, you guys, you all be good. All right.